Today I need to paint my fence. Normally I would use a standard paintbrush, but it takes forever, and even my short bit of fencing would take the best part of a day to complete. So I've decided to invest and try a Wagner Electric Sprayer. So let's get this unboxed and see what it looks like. Right, I think I've got it together. It was fairly straightforward. I must admit the instructions are pretty awful, but hopefully it's fairly intuitive. I think it's one of those things where you do a few test sprays, see what the distance and the spray is like, and you adjust the front nozzle to be either vertical or horizontal depending what you're spraying. And there's a pickup tube inside the reservoir which you need to either point to the front or the back depending if you're doing stuff above your head or sort of normal straight stuff. You'd normally have it pointing forward. So I've plugged, all I have to do is plug this cable, this pipe into there, as it doesn't click at all, and this pipe into the back of the unit. It's got a little holder there, just where you can rest it when you're not using it. This handle just snapped on, and when it rotated down, it just clicked onto here. Apart from that, you've got the little nozzle here, the little adjuster here, which you use so it just prevents this from coming back as far if you don't want it to spray as much. So that's how that works. I think that's pretty much it. The only confusing thing about the whole thing is that you are supposed to, or are you supposed to, dilute what you're spraying. Now, obviously it depends what you're spraying. In my case, I'm just spraying fence paint, which is cuprinol, I think. So it's fairly thin, it's just like water. So I'm hoping we don't need to dilute that, but if you were spraying something a bit thicker, you probably would need to do that. And that's what this scraper thing's for. It's got some notches out at the bottom, which is used to dilute in 10% each notch. So that's quite handy, and this is obviously used for stirring and cleaning it out. It's got a little poker there for cleaning out the nozzle itself. So yeah, anyway, let's see how we get on. I think the first job is to clean the fence up and then start put the mix in and give it a test spray. Cool. So how would I sum up the Wagner Electric Sprayer? Well, I'm really impressed actually. It's so easy to use, and it cuts down the fence painting no end. I literally took 20 minutes to do a long piece of fence spraying, which before was taking me 4 or 5 hours. So the time saving is huge, and for the cost, you know, I think this cost me about £60 from Amazon. I'll put a link below. I just think it's value for money really. It's dead easy to clean out. I just ran some water through it, a whole tub of water. It obviously helps because my paint was water-based, so it's easy to clean through. But I would assume if you use a solvent-based one, you would just run through some thinners just to clean it out. But yeah, downsides, the power cable could be a bit longer. It's a bit annoying when you're pulling along your extension lead. But apart from that, I really can't fault it, and I look forward to using it again. So I hope that's been a useful review of the Wagner Electric Sprayer. Thanks for watching.